We got Moist making the triumphant return. So this is Moist and Felix.
Yeah, this is losers.
Losers round 2, yeah.
Because we watched both these guys play. I believe Moist. I don't think Moist played Pika.
No, I don't believe he did.
He played.
He was what? He was Ganondorf and Olimar. Was that Moist?
I think so.
Yeah.
So he has many characters.
Yeah, he's showing variety. He's showing variety.
In his bag of tricks. And Felix played all Diddy. He got very close to taking out Nidoking, who we saw do quite well against Captain L. It'll be interesting to see. I think Captain L will do pretty well in losers. It's just certain matchups in Brawl become very difficult.
I hear that.
Especially with Ice Climbers, if you don't have the tools to kind of disrupt that grab option, then that matchup can be very disheartening. You basically need some quick ground attacks or the ability to, like Meta Knight never has to land on the ground if he doesn't want to, or very rarely. So he can kind of work around the chain grab. But Pikachu doesn't really have those tools.
I hear that. We got an angry monkey, we got an angry rat.
Moist is holding his own in this Deep Kong.
Oh man, I had totally countered him out earlier, and then I saw him charge up the thing, and I was like, maybe not. There was a glimmer of hope, and it got shot in the mouth. It's just,
I don't know if he hadn't angled it as much. I don't know if he would have made it. It looked like it was gonna maybe run out of gas. We got some PM to go, some Deep Kong.
Yep.
Pre-nerf.
Ooh. No, Moist just made a very tragic error. I've made that error myself sometimes.
Yeah, quick attack move.
That's a sad thing.
Yeah, it's sad.
Oh.
I do like that Moist has like a constant offensive oriented game plan.
Yeah, he's not playing defensively at all. He's full of short up forward air, and
which honestly makes it like, even if it's not really the best in many cases, it does make for entertaining matches because it's kind of the pressure is always on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big thing again when playing against Diddy too is you have to kind of learn the bananas to use them against him. Because the mechanic's called glide tossing, which is if you input a roll and then immediately after you input throw direction, so a lot of people just use the C-stick because it's easiest.
Yep.
You can C-stick up, down, left, right. What happens is you do the toss and you also slide in the direction of the roll at the same time. And that's how Diddy kind of, is always moving around stage while tossing bananas. Every character has a little bit of a glide toss. So, like, some characters you can actually use as bananas against him to set up your own kill combos.
If you can catch them.
Yeah, you can, or even after they're
thrown. You can pick them up.
So I would play Sonic, who would struggle getting KOs, but you could glide toss into like a forward smash at the right percents, and that was a pretty great way to, use Diddy's tricks against them.
If you got a decent banana game. That's not a sentence I thought I'd say today, but I did.
Oh, banana game is top tier.
KK Slider in the back there is really good at playing guitar and not getting distracted.
He is. He's been playing a lot of guitar tonight.
He's just staying still. He's not even really looking away. Well, Felix took that. What's next? Anyone gonna switch? Pikachu maybe?
I think that was 1-0, right?
Yeah, that was 1-0.
So I think it's, yeah, game 2. Looks like they're staying. I mean, Moist did do pretty well with Pikachu.
Yep.
It's just a lot of the matchups in Brawl are definitely an uphill battle, particularly if you don't have the matchup experience. Like, I noticed that. Oh,
that was
man,
fast.
That was a really good combo.
That was fast.
That looked like, I don't know, like melee combo. It was very fluid. But a lot of people in Brawl in the competitive scene, you could kind of tell like who played with who, because a lot of people were really good at certain matchups and then had very little experience in others. So depending on like your group of friends or your play group who you got to play regularly, that would kind of influence like who you could beat in tournament.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. That makes sense.
So there'd be like a good amount of upsets where like people would just be really good at a certain matchup and be able to take out a player, like a known player, and then kind of sometimes become known because of that.
That's a dangerous game that Moist is playing there, side charging into the monkey like that. I feel like there was room for a grab that maybe didn't happen because he was busy picking up a banana.
Yeah, he has a pretty comfortable lead right now, so he can kind of play his game.
Ooh.
One of the funny things is how in Brawl and some of the other smashes it happens too, where certain characters kind of become like a one-player game in the way that they play. Like Snake, for example, setting up his grenades and explosives, and like Diddy Kong with his banana game and like just sliding around with his glide tosses. You kind of like can do similar things regardless of your opponent. So sometimes when you're in the lead, you can just fall back on your muscle memory game plan, and if people aren't familiar with it, then you can just annihilate them with that alone. It's kind of like, a muscle memory thing. I know I would fall into it with Sonic, and it works on like people who aren't as experienced, but Sonic has really low priority, so people who know how to counter the spin dash would just destroy that.
Yeah, I've heard Sonic's like a lot of people know the Sonic matchup. I feel like
in Brawl, less people did because he just wasn't as good. But
geez, that is 3 stocks.
Yeah, he will adjust his game plan accordingly. It's not like what we were talking about where some people fall into their game. He definitely plays his game, but then he plays it around the matchup too.